another episode of Recipes of Ronjini. It is summertime, and if it's summertime, it has to be mangoes. And if it is mangoes, then why not a mango firni?
Firni is neither kheer nor a rice pudding. It stands apart both in texture and taste. Firni travelled from ancient Persia to the Mughal kingdom. In Persia, it was known as sheer birinj and was offered to Prophet Muhammad. In Egypt, it is known as muhabbalaya. In Europe, rice pudding was introduced by the Romans as early as the 17th century. In China, it is known as the 8-jewel rice. The main difference between firni and kheer or payesh is the texture of the rice used. Though both uses aromatic rice, in firni, the rice is coarsely ground into a paste, while in payesh or kheer, the rice is used as a whole. There are various varieties of firni: the saffron firni, the badam firni, the gur firni, the kesar firni, the apple firni, and the mango firni. The mango is a native plant to India, grown from 25 to 30 million years back. The earliest name of mango is amrafal or rasala. Portuguese introduced it to the world as the mango. Alexander the Great took with him several varieties of mango. Megasthenes and Huinsang wrote eulogies about the mango. Alauddin Khilji was a patron of mangoes. The Mughals loved their mangoes as they grafted various varieties like the totapuri and the kesar. Amir Khusru called mango as the fairest fruit of India. The Peshwas planted the Alfonso variety. Tagore, Ghalib all loved mangoes and wrote poems about it. There are various varieties of mangoes specific to regions, like the Daseri, the Langra, the Hapus, the Chausa, the Himsagar, the Neelam, the Fazli, Mallika, Lalbagh, Imam Pasand, Gulab Khas, Subarna Rekha, Baigan Falli, etc. The mango firni is a fusion of thus both external and internal influences in our food heritage.
For mango firni, we need 1 liter of milk, around 3 mangoes cubed, 50 grams of aromatic rice which has been soaked, around 100 grams of sugar, 50 grams of cashew, and a teaspoon of elaichi powder. The basics of the firni is the texture. To get the texture correct, you follow a proportion. For every liter of milk, you add 100 grams of sugar and 50 grams of rice. If you use this proportion, you are not going to make any mistake about the texture of the firni. The first step for the firni, we have soaked around 50 grams of aromatic rice. We need to make a slurry out of it, a coarse paste. I do not use a powder, a rice flour powder, but I make a coarse paste. We have to add a little bit of water, but make sure that the paste is coarse. You can use a hand blender or you can use a mixie jar for making this paste. The rice has been soaked and has been made into a coarse paste, and for the mango I have to make a mango puree out of it. Similarly, make a mango puree which has little bit of chunks left. You know, when you eat the firni, a bit of mango should come into your mouth. So I make a mango puree out of it, and then I go to the cooking part. Friends, once the rice has been coarsely pasted and the mango puree, I have put the milk to boil. Once it comes to the first boil, we have to lower the flame and I have to put the rice paste into it. I put the rice paste into it, and remember, this is very important. Once you put the rice paste into it, you cannot stop stirring it. You have to go on stirring it till the paste boils and the texture becomes thick. You have to go on stirring it. This will take around, for 1 liter of milk, this will take around 10 minutes of time. I go on stirring, and once the rice paste has been in the milk, there is a beautiful aroma. The rice I use here is Gobindabhog rice, a typical Bengali rice, but you can also use long grain basmati rice for the rice firni. Friends, the milk has thickened, the milk and the rice paste has thickened, and you can see the granules of the rice, you can see they are shining. This signifies that it is almost done. To this milk now I add the sugar. It's about 100 grams of sugar, but it depends upon your taste. Since I'm adding the mangoes, so you go a little bit less on the sugar. But please take care that to see that the mangoes are sweet enough. Once I add the sugar, then I add the cashew paste. This gives a good texture and a magic to your firni. This is not compulsory, but this you will see the texture comes out lovely. You have to wait for another 5 minutes, keep on stirring till you get the consistency of the firni. You can see how beautiful it is thickened. It has become creamy and there is a yellow color, a light yellow color. You know your firni is thickening. And this is very therapeutic actually. After a stressful day, you can come home and you can make a firni and you will just love the texture. This is thick. To it now I add the elaichi powder. And once I stir in the elaichi powder well, you see the consistency. Once cool, it will become much more thicker. So at this point, I off the gas, take it off the flame, and add the mango puree. Here I add the mango puree. Look, the beautiful color. I incorporate the puree well. But remember to add the mango puree only after you off the gas. This is done. Now I'll show you how to serve the mango firni. Friends, see little chunks of mango. Now I spoon the mango firni. You can have porcelain mugs like this, or you can also serve it in mud bowls. Here I spoon it. And I had some left mango pieces. Just put it on top of it. And here it is, the mango firni. Serve it cold for your dinner dessert. Thank you friends and see you again.